Oh shit, fuck. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Reading Homestuck Until I'm Dead. As you can see, I am barely awake right now. It has been a rough morning. Not for any particular reason, I'm just all aches and pains right now. But I thought I would slap out another video. Hold on. Oh. I opened up Firefox. Not what I needed to do. Thought I would slap out another video real quick for Reading Homestuck Until I'm Dead. Get it back up and running. You wanna OBS, you wanna work? OBS wanna work? Oh dear. There we go. John, Capsulog, Magician's Hat. You expend your final card on the Magician's Hat. John, get funny glasses too. You don't have a free card in your Siladex. However, you are able to merge the Beaglepuss with the Magician's Hat to create a clever disguise. Clever. John, wear disguise to fool Dad. John, who is this John you speak of? You are quite certain that there has never been nor ever will be. Yeah, this is a really shitty disguise. While you are wearing the items, they remain on the card, but it is temporarily removed from the deck, thus freeing up the cards beneath it. John, leave room. You exit into the hallway. Oh, shit. On one wall hangs a picture of a fellow who sure knows how to have a laugh. A man after your own heart. You always thought he looked a lot like Michael Cera, but your dad swears on the many hallowed tombs of Egypt that it is not. You're not sure about that, though. On the other wall is one of your dad's stupid clowns, or harlequins, as he is quick to correct anyone who would venture such brazen assumption. John, go downstairs. The accursed odor of fresh baking wafts into your newfound nostrils. Something is brewing in the kitchen. It must be the connivings of your arch-nemesis, Betty Crocker, and the rich, buttery aroma of her plot stinks to high heaven. This mission is going to be more difficult than you imagined. Oh. Clicking on Betty Crocker just opens up a Wikipedia hyperlink. John, admire harlequins. You check out the shelves of fanciful harlequins. Look at this fucking garbage. You hate this stuff. Funny is funny, but your dad sure can be a real cornball. Sometimes at night you pray for burglars. John, examine fireplace. A bright orange flame flickers in the fireplace. It doesn't matter that it's April and not terribly chilly outside. In a home, a fireplace needs a fire. Because that's what fireplace is for. A fire belongs in a fireplace, damn it. Categorically at all times, without exception. As domestic myth of uncountable origin holds, a home borrows the spirit of the flame for as long as it makes a guest of it, much as the moon makes liberty with the sun's rays. The moon's an errant thief, and her pale fire she snatches from the sun. Mark Twain. You're almost certain Mark Twain said that. John, toss Game Bro into fire. It doesn't burn as quickly as you hoped. Each Game Bro magazine is guaranteed to be printed on 40% recycled asbestos. Big ups to Mother Earth, yo. John, fondly regard cremation. That's a Problem Sleuth reference. You examine the sacred urn containing your departed Nana's ashes. When your father gives her portrait a wistful glance now and then, you can tell it brings back painful memories. A tall bookshelf, a ladder, and unabridged Colonel Sassacres. He never wants to talk about it. John, topple urn. You clumsily mishandled the sacred urn, ashes everywhere. In retrospect, upon mulling cinematic tropes regarding ash-filled urns, this outcome was a virtual certainty. You'd probably better clean it up before Dad finds it. John, combine father's pipe with clever disguise. You think now would be a good time to beef up your clever disguise. John, examine oversized gif. Champ, you can do it. You can do anything if you put your mind to it. I believe in you. Contemplating what can be inside this package is sort of exciting, but it makes you a little nervous at the same time. John, open large present. Oh, hell no. John, capture-log ashes. First, you prop the mannequin doll up on the couch. Having it in the middle of the floor sprawled out all akimbo-like struck you as unseemly. You capture-log the ashes to your available card. John, combine ashes with urn. Oh, goodness. You merge the sacred urn with the ashes. Most of the ashes back in the urn. But it's a total mess. Really, it probably should have been tidier. It would have been tighter if you just used a broom and dustpan. John, put urn back. No one will be the wiser. Except maybe people with eyes. John, go get fake arms again. You just got another brilliant idea for something to do with those pointless arms. You pry them out of the cake and capture log them. It just looks like Pester Chum is acting up again. John, examine third and fourth walls of room. Good. Get a nice, clear view. Oh, I'm so sorry. I do not know what's wrong with me right now. I should drink more coffee. I should also go shave and brush my teeth at some point. Let's see if I can keep this up for another 30 minutes. If I can't though, then might just be a 10-minute video. John, check Pester Chum. Peck Chester Pum. Tentacle therapist. Tentacle therapist. That's how you pronounce it. I understand you have recently come into possession of the beta release of The Game of the Year, as featured in respectable periodicals such as Game Bro magazine. That's an ugly rumor. Whoever told you that is a filthy liar, and you should probably stop hitting on him all the time or whatever. I can't control myself. I must have a weakness for insufferable pricks. Anyway, I still haven't checked the mail. My dad has it. I'm trying to get it from him, so BRB. John? What? You're wearing one of your disguises now, aren't you? You are typing to me right now while wearing something ridiculous. No. Why would you even think that? That's so stupid. Okay. Why don't you go get the game from your father? Alright, wish me luck. Oh, by the way, JK, I was wearing a funny disguise this whole time. Gotcha. I know, John. John, go back downstairs. You can now execute the brilliant idea you had. There should just be enough frosting on the fake arms to serve as an adequate adhesive. John, attach arms to doll. You don't care what Colonel Sassacre says. That makes it at least 1,000,000% funnier. John, inspect burnt paper on the floor. I just realized the arms on the Harlequin doll are backwards. Bro. Fuck. You put this back in the fire where it belongs. John, throw present wrap in fire. As long as you're cleaning up. John, capture log doll. You can carry hefty items, but that thing is just way too big. Get real. Besides, you don't even want it. John, read Colonel Sassacre's text. You thought about consulting the text to determine exactly how hilarious the doll is now. But the text is way too big to navigate in a timely fashion. You decide to forget it. Hell's bells, we're having a mighty sporting time of it. Hold fast, my intrepid fellow pranksmiths. We're merely nicked the mahogany of our japing chests. If I may direct the incisive ogle of your beaglepuss to the wriggling regency of rubber bugs, plastic parasites, squirming serpents, pliable pests, and every such order and phyla of creepy crawly. Land sakes alive, we are cooking with petrol now. And further exhibits, we shall dwell on artifice useful to your exploits. Is your pappy's rod and reel handy? How about a bit of iron cord? It shouldn't prove elusive. Bring those writhing rascals to life and set the nerves of some old maid to the wreck of Hesperus. Do you have a bothersome aunt who never seems troubled to find ways with your sunny afternoon? A broad, splintery fence, a bucket of whitewash, perhaps? By gum, you'll fix her wagon. And what of that tawny gent who puts his lackadaisical lean near the sarsaparilla font? You'll have that listless octoroon find the sprig in his step just yet. It's an article talking about scaring people with... Oh, fuck. Big stretch. Article talking about scaring people with fake bugs. Cool. Find Dad and retrieve mail. The door on the left leads to the kitchen, from which the smell of baking wafts, a powerful aroma which could lift an especially portly hobo off his feet. The door on the right leads to the study, where your dad spends a lot of the time. He could be in either room. Where will you go? John, go in the study. Doesn't look like he's in here right now. Examine Father's desk. On the desk is a deck of playing cards, one of your dad's pipes, the April issue of the Serious Jester magazine, and a stray capture log card. There is also a can of peanuts on the desk. Haha, oh Dad, you won't be falling for that one again anytime soon. A severe peanut allergy is a terrible affliction to cope with. Oh, I wonder if that piece of information shall reoccur later in the series in a possible lesser effective way. No. In this such enjoyable webcomic? Impossible. John, upgrade costume with a hat from Hat Rack. You swap the magician's hat with the bowler hat. This guy is somewhat less funny, but a lot more distinguished looking. John, combine second pipe with clever disguise. Your dad maintains numerous pipes around the household. A father without a pipe is like a strapping roughneck without a toothpick. That is to say, he's a rather piss-poor excuse for a roughneck if you ask me. You'd rather not take the pipe, though. The first one tastes bad enough, as it is. How you suffered for your comedy. John, examine captcha log card. Yes, this will be perfect for expanding your space in your Scilla. Captcha log card. Ugh. S. John, play Haunting Piano Refrain. I love these little... One of the things that I really like about this webcomic is how internet it is. How you can really only get the full experience of Homestuck by reading it in its as close to its original form as you can on a computer with these little interactive bits. And you... It's gonna get crazy later when I actually have to sit down and play a small game to proceed, but these little interactive bits just give it it's utilizing the medium of it being a webcomic on the internet to a really, really good extent. I like it. And this is also just nice. Imagine you go onto the forum and you get your input selected. And this is the result. Pretty cool. Is Homestuck forums culture? Yes, but we are never getting the MSPA forums back. That shit is just gone forever, even though it's a fucking forum. And it probably costs 10 cents to host. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. I'm not mad. Never been mad. Never, ever, 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 ever been mad in my life. John, play 52 card pickup. You play the prankster's favorite card game, even though you are alone in the room, thus rendering it an especially foolish version of solitaire. So stupid. Look at this mess. The peanut gallery over there is getting a kick out of it. You're allergic to their scorn. John, attempt to leave the house. Oh no. I know what that oil is about. Fucking hate. That's what I think of the retcons. You go back into the living room and contemplate checking the mailbox outside. You think perhaps you should exhaust all possibilities before plunging headlong into a dad encounter. Your television is currently airing a commercial. John, exit. John, you exit the house. Predictably, the mailbox is empty. You have already been scooped by your father. The streets are empty. Wind skims the voids, keeping neighbors apart, as if grazing the hollows of a cut reed. Or, say, a plundered mailbox. A familiar note is produced. It's the one desolation place to keep its instrument in tune. It is your 13th birthday, and with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing from your life. The game presently eluding you is the only latest sleight of hand in the repertoire of an unseen riddler. One to engender a sense of not mirth, but of lack. His coarse schemes are those less of a prankster than a common pickpocket. His riddle is absence itself. It is a mystery dispersing altogether, like the moon's faint reflection, with even one pebble of inquiry dropped in its black well. It is the most diabolical riddle of all. Absence diminishes little passions and increases great ones, as wind extinguishes candles and fans a fire. Walt Whitman. Yes, you are certain Walt Whitman said that, 100% positive. You have a feeling it's going to be a long day. I love this fucking panel. This is genuinely one of my favorite panels in all of Homestuck. It's just... especially with just the animation. It's just John looking up at the sky and slowly panning around to see his neighbors. He is completely alone in his neighborhood. Get this awesome shot of his house. And that particular sun, which is a symbol we will see later. Alongside, oh my god, I just realized that the blue winds in the background are like the blue winds of the breath symbol for his god tier aspect as well. Holy shit. So cool. John, leave a surprise for the mailman. No. John, see if your father left the mail in the car. The door is locked, and your dad has the car keys. You peer in through the driver's side window. You don't see any mail, but you do see a green package. There is also something underneath it that looks like a slip of paper. Could these items have come in the mail? You don't see anything else like that that's usually in the mail, like bills and coupons. Maybe your dad forgot to take this stuff inside. John, spy in the kitchen. You try to get a gander through the kitchen window, but you can't see a whole lot. It seems your dad has been doing so much baking, the glass is steamed up. God, he is so weird. But you can see what's on the table just beside the window. It looks like the mail is here. Including among it is a red package, some bills, your dad's PDA, and an envelope that appears to be suspiciously labeled with a Suburb logo. Could it be? Unfortunately, the window is locked. John, go back into the kitchen. You have no other choice. You are going in. Clever disguise. It's time to work your magic. The arm fell off. John, enter. Your dad sees through your costume. You don't know what you were even thinking with this foolish ruse. You unequip the clever disguise. Your dad wields a dreaded artifact of confection. He stands between you and the mail. There's only one way to settle this. Strife! abscond. This pesky guardian is blocking your path. You will need to engineer some sort of distraction. And now he brandishes yet another artifact of confection. This man is ruthless. You better brace for impact in the most comedically striking fashion possible. John, equip disguise for defense. The Beagle Aegis absorbs the brunt of the treat. Looks like Dad will enjoy the prankster's gambit on that exchange, and as is usually the case. John, capture log Pi 10. You take the Pi 10 and unequip the Beagle Puss. Everything in your Silodex is pushed back a card. The smoke pellets are ejected from the deck. Yes, this could be just the distraction you were... Nothing happens. What a huge letdown. John, take the cake. When two great forces oppose each other, the victory will go to the one who knows how to yield. Oscar Wilde. Wise words by a man who could lightly resist anything but temptation. The cake forces Colonel Sassacre's text out of your Silodex. Sassacre, you beautiful bastard. Now's your chance. John, abscond. Now that your dad is busy placating the smoke detector, you can safely sneak away. John, take PDA. You snag your dad's PDA. Maybe later you'll switch the background image to something hilarious as a prank. Besides, it may come in handy later. Your spare capture log card is forced out of your Silodex and consequently integrated with the deck. You now have 5 cards to work with. John, take package. This red package is addressed to you. John, take envelope. You got the Suburb Beta. John, exit kitchen. John, get cake on couch. You capture log the cake on the couch, expelling the Pi 10 from the bottom card. John, combine the cakes to make a double-decker cake. You then merge the 2 cakes across all 5 cards. Everything in your Silodex is smushed between the cakes. Why don't you think these things through first? John, retreat upstairs. Fucking Dean Crosby. Or Dean Crosby. You pause at the juncture and head down the hall. You're going to need something to clean up the mess you are about to make by dissecting this cake. To the left is the bathroom. To the right is your dad's room. It is locked, and you are forbidden from ever entering. He has secrets. John, go to the bathroom and grab a towel. You enter the bathroom. You can see your backyard from the window. The jewel in its crown is the swing set which has provided you with years of joy. There is also a spring-mounted pogo ride which has been responsible for more than one painful injury and has provided you with years of lament. On the sink is your dad's razor. On the rack to the side is a fresh towel. John, remove PDA envelope and package from cake. You take the razor and use it to perform surgery on the cake. They did surgery on a cake. You take the towel and clean off the extracted goods. John, retrieve your items. Your items force the manhandled cake into the toilet. And just like that, your Silodex is full again. God, this thing is annoying. John, go to bedroom. John, admire failure to launch poster. You're not usually into chick flicks, but Matthew McConaughey's cool charisma could salvage any heap of smoldering wreckage. This is your McConaughey wall, a casual shrine to an amazing actor. The film above that one is a lot better, you think. Can you see her? I want you to picture the little girl. Now imagine she's white. You got us, Matthew. Your smooth talking exposed our latent racism. Damn, you are good. S. John, check pester chum. Gardenostic began pestering ectobiologist. Hi, happy birthday, John. Hello? Okay, I will talk to you later. Best character. One of the best. Hey, Gigi is looking for you. And why are you even so popular all of a sudden? Is today some sort of special occasion or something? Did you do something to curry favor with ladies? Did you break your leg on a puppy or some shit? Dude, what are you doing? I discovered a comet is going to destroy the Earth, and it was named after me. Now I'm famous and everyone wants to talk to me a lot. No, stop. Just no. Don't talk about your awful stupid movies or make references to them. Your gross man-bro crush on Matt McConaughey is an unsavory thing to behold. McConaughey? Sounds like a noise a horse would make, i.e. dumb. Equally dumb are all the pictures of that clown you've got hanging up. Those are my dad's. I was talking about Nick Cage. Oh, what? No, man. Cage is sweet. So sweet. Haha, so lame. You don't even like him ironically or anything. This is like for real, isn't it? I do things ironically sometimes. What about when I sent you for your birthday? No, those are awesome. What? No, they're stupid. Which was the joke? The ironic joke. Get it? Wait, you're actually wearing them, aren't you? I'm wearing them ironically because they're awesome. The fact that they're ironic makes them awesome, and vice versa. Are you taking notes on how to be cool? Jesus, get a fucking pen. You do realize they touched Taylor's weird sort of gaunt face at some point? Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, speaking of which, did you get the mail? Yeah. Did there happen to be a package there? Yeah, there's a big red one. You should probably open it. I would, but it's trapped under the Suburb beta, so I'll probably open it after I install the beta. Oh man, the beta came in? Yeah, wanna play it? Haha, no way. Why not? It sounds hells of boring. Just get TT to play it when she's to play it. She is all about that. Where'd she go? Her internet is blinking in and out, I guess. Probably be back online soon. Oh, and Christ, the sidecar. Are you still using the stack modus? Seriously, dude, you need to bone up on your data structures. That shit is just ridiculous. Okay, I will. John, open browser and go to mspaintadventures. Oh, goodness. You decide to space out on the computer for a while before doing anything important. You open the typiest web browser and direct it to what is indisputably the most amazing website ever created. Maybe a little true. Adventures is okay, but you're not sure if you like it as much as the last one. Alright, it is okay, yeah. Now's a good time to stop. Thanks for watching this sleepy, big, yawning session of reading Homestuck until I'm fucking dead. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.